Nova Scotia is located in eastern Canada and is surrounded by the Atlantic Ocean. Characterized by its unique landscapes, its picturesque lighthouses, it is Canada's second smallest province with the capital of Halifax. Settled in the 1750s, one of the most beautiful towns, Lunenburg, is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It was founded by German settlers. The province of Nova Scotia now celebrates German Settlers' Day on June the 7th. Since then, waves of immigrants from Germany, Switzerland, and Austria have come to live in Nova Scotia for a variety of reasons. Many still practice their native language and culture. In 1987, the Dalhousie University German teacher, Gerta Josenhans, recognized the need to teach the second generation of immigrants the German language and culture. She founded the German Heritage Language School in Halifax. Between 1987 and 2017, the school grew from 5 to 85 students. It now offers children and adult classes. Due to the financial support of the German government, the school is able to participate in international German exams. Today, the school is an active multicultural community.
I was one of the first students to go to the German school when it first opened. So my father was a professor at Dalhousie with Gerta Josenhans, and word got around pretty quickly that she was opening a school. So myself and a few other students started there the very first year it opened. And at the age of 10, it was nice to know that there were other kids living in Nova Scotia that actually spoke German, because I thought that only people in Germany spoke German.
I was born in Germany, but my family, my mom and dad, moved to Canada when I was only 9 months old. So I lived in Dartmouth, Halifax area as a small child. Then my family moved out to Winnipeg, and I attended a German school in Winnipeg. And we also moved to Sudbury, Ontario, and I attended a German school there as well. And then when we moved back to Halifax, I started at the German Heritage Language School here in Halifax.
The type of people taking these classes, I think, were at the beginning. When it started with the children, it was more parents who came from Germany, who wanted their children to continue and learn, keep the language, keep the culture, keep the traditions. And then maybe also the children had grandparents or aunts who were still in Germany, and they would go and visit. So it was more this way. When we started the adult groups, I had the feeling we had adults, all age groups, from 17 to 70, I can say, and also from different professions. We had also people who were just going to travel maybe to Germany. So there were different groups joining.
We have found the best teachers who love teaching either the adults or the children, who play with the children, and also keeping the school current, because we don't want to present a German picture of Germany in the 50s, 90s, or what. We want a picture of Germany in the present, and that changes so much. And the use of the German language, it's so much more international, so much more global. We have teachers from all over the globe now, because they've all recognized that German is a fantastic tool that they can employ.
We came to Canada from Berlin. I was like 3 and you were 1. Yeah, at the German school we learned like a lot of current events and like geography and culture and that kind of thing, all to do with Germany.
Yeah, it's important because like if you ever want to go back and visit where you came from, it's important to like know the language. We both did the A2 and the DSD1 exams, which are both helpful if you want to move to Germany or if you just want to like improve your skills in language. The DSD stands for the Deutsches Sprachdiplom.
I think it's a good achievement. Like I have it on my resume just so people can see that. And it's kind of like, it's more concrete than just saying that you're like proficient in German. if you have like a way to really prove it, then that's a good thing to have. I'm actually looking in right now to possibly study in Germany.
I even remember leaving Germany. I remember that we took one final picture in front of our old German house, and we actually got put in the newspaper. I remember coming here and everyone was pretty welcoming. I started going to German school when I was 10 years old, so probably in 2010. I've always been very attached to Germany just because I've lived there for a big section of my life, so most of my childhood, and therefore I never really wanted to lose the German language. And of course, obviously my parents wanted me to learn as well. I did the A2 and the DSD1 exams. It mostly tested your reading and your writing and your listening skills. These exams, I think that they will help me a lot in the future if I want to go study there, maybe do an exchange year in Germany, maybe in university. And also, if I want to be there for university, I'm probably gonna want to have a job there, and those will help you get a job there as a person who hasn't gone to school there.
I teach the adults, so we have several adult classes, and I teach beginners 2 or intermediate 2. So not absolute beginners, but one step above. It's a little bit like putting on a show once a week, and of course I enjoy seeing progress in my students, and also it's nice to see that they enjoy coming to German school, because no one is forcing them to go to German school. They want to learn German, and they come there every week on Thursday night and are very enthusiastic about it. So that's very nice to see. It's not only about German heritage and German culture and German language, because of course that's what we do. We teach German and the German language and culture, but we have students, and we have a very diverse group of students and teachers. Our students come from Canada, they have German heritage, they sometimes have no German connections at all. We have teachers from all over the place. We have teachers from Germany, from Canada, from Iran, from Switzerland too.
My husband and I decided to enroll our son, Oliver, into the German school when he was about 5. So we had done a lot of things at home. I mean, both of my parents speak German to him as well, but we thought it would be really good to bring the kids in as well, and the play, and he's really enjoyed it.
I speak German with my my uncle and my mom.
My mom is German. I have to teach my dad. My mom is German, and we have to teach our dad.
I like it because I get to learn more German, and I get to talk to more people in Germany to talk in German.
We are German, we live here, there's not many of us around, so the fact that the school has been around for so long and has grown so much, it kind of gives us more of a sense of a community. And I want him to have those experiences, so when we do go to Germany, he can understand and he can see the connections and just understand what our family is about. And I find that really important, especially as a child, and I know he's going to be going there for the next 5-7 years. Hopefully get to a point where he can take the exams, maybe go to school in Germany. He has a lot of advantages, and he doesn't even realize how many advantages he has.
There are really small class sizes. They get to know their teachers very well, and they get to know the other students very well, and it's a good way to meet other German families. There's a good community atmosphere at the school, and there are activities planned, not formally but informally outside of the school setting as well, where there's a focus on German and a focus on just getting to know each other and keeping the connections.
It's been more of a challenge learning a second language as a mature adult than I'd expected, but I like the challenge. I like the practice and doing it, and I get better every year. My German's still not great. I'm far from totally fluent. You know, you keep going and you keep practicing and keep improving, and the confidence comes up. The teachers are great, and the people doing, you know, my participants in the class, you know, are all really interested in learning, and it's challenging but fun. Since I've been studying German, I have developed more of an interest in the heritage. My family name is Why Not, and I've been able to trace the lineage back. I'm the 8th generation descendant from Johann Weihnacht, who came over from Germany with his wife and 5 kids and a whole boatload of German settlers in, well, more than 250 years ago, and they settled in Mahone Bay. Now, Mahone Bay in that area, in the 1750s, there were a lot of German settlers at that time, and there's a sign in downtown Mahone Bay, which is quite interesting. It lists, oh, I don't know, perhaps 15 or so family names that are very common in that area of Nova Scotia, and many of them have been anglicized, so it shows the one or more of the anglicized versions of the name and the original German names. I like to say sometimes when I'm asked why I study German, the obvious answer is why not?
It's combining the German and the Canadian that makes the school fun and gives the kids a sense of being both, and that it's possible to be both, that you're not exclusively one or the other. You're a German Canadian or a Canadian German. No, probably a Canadian German.
It's not just about the German heritage. By now it's also about learning a skill, and a skill that then will be helpful in the future with university or other higher education. And you know, it's just get another skill to find a job. And some of our students are planning to study in Germany or work in Germany. Some German companies are actually here in Canada, in Halifax, for example, and are looking for German-speaking Canadians, young German-speaking Canadians. For the future, I hope we can keep up that connection to the German community, and we can just continue teaching German and teaching German language and teaching the German language and culture to everyone who's interested in it, and be multicultural at the same time. I think it's just an enrichment for the community here in Nova Scotia.
Meine Lieblingsstadt in Deutschland ist Berlin. Ich bin da geboren.
Mein Lieblingsessen ist Kartoffelpuffer.
Mein Lieblingsessen ist Brezel.
Auf Wiedersehen.